Whether you love it or hate it, the Arizona Cardinals have had a very productive free agency so far. Sure, we didn't get the splash that was anticipated or hoped for, but in my opinion, Monty Ossenfort knew exactly what this team needed, and he got it done. It's a unique situation for the Cardinals. They had money to spend, but they also have the most picks in the upcoming draft. Ossenfort and Gannon have made it very clear. The strategy is to build through the draft and supplement from free agency, and that looks exactly to be what the team is doing. Let's recap and grade the Arizona Cardinals' first week of free agency in the 2024 offseason. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Arizona Cardinals content coming very soon. Let's start with the pre-free agency moves. LJ Collier and Greg Dortch each returned to the team. Collier had an incredible preseason and camp last year, but suffered a season-ending injury in week 1 of the 2023 season. So I'm excited to see the impact that he can have in a depth role on this defense. I've already talked a ton about Greg Dortch on this channel, so you know what I think about this. It seems he gets brought up in every single Cardinals video that I make, and I made an entire video with my thoughts on number 83, so go watch that. He is my favorite player on the Cardinals right now, and I can't wait to have him back in a more prominent role next year as the starting slot receiver officially for the Arizona Cardinals. On day 1, the Cardinals landed 4 defensive players, all on 3-year contracts. Starting with Sean Murphy-Bunting, a player that I am very high on. I think he fits the team very well. Corner was a weakness last year. Starling Thomas and Keitrell Clark showed good upside. Hopefully they will be good depth pieces in the future. Garrett Williams played very well and will likely be the starting slot corner. But Sean Murphy-Bunting was a great add. He's been around. A former second-round pick who won a Super Bowl with Tampa Bay and most recently was a member of the Tennessee Titans, where he impressed. It's a 3-year deal worth $17.4 million, and I think it's a great fit for both sides. I'm excited to see how he does as a member of the Bird Gang. I give it a B+ grade. The second signing that came on Monday was Bilal Nichols on a 3-year deal worth $21 million. The interior defensive line was not good last year. The Cardinals were rumored to go after Christian Wilkins to try to fill that void. After he signed with the Raiders, the Cardinals pivoted to a former Raider lineman. Bilal Nichols, in 94 games, the 6'4", 313-pound Nichols has 14 career sacks, 238 tackles, and 44 quarterback hits, as well as 2 forced fumbles and 1 interception. Unless you land a top 10 player at the position, you aren't going to be able to make a splash in free agency on the defensive line. But I think Nichols is solid. He's only 27 years old, and a 3-year deal is a good move for the Cardinals. He is certainly an upgrade over the defensive line that we had last season. I grade the move a B. Nichols wasn't the only move that Ossenfort made to try to help fill that void. Justin Jones, who is coming off a great year with the Chicago Bears, is another decent addition for Arizona. It's another 3-year contract, however, this one carries a heavy price tag of $30.1 million. Jones, who is also 27 years old, is an NC State product who was a 3rd-round pick of the Chargers in 2018. Last season for the Bears, he picked up 4.5 sacks while starting in all 17 games for the 2nd consecutive season. Again, it isn't flashy, but he fills a position of need. I'll say C+ just due to the hefty price tag on his contract. A quick note on Jones is he was the Bears nominee for Walter Payton Man of the Year last season. A great fit for the culture that Monty Ossenfort is creating in Arizona. On to the next one, another 3-year deal on defense, and in a matter of a few days, Mack Wilson has already become a fan favorite for the Cardinals, and my personal favorite signing that the team has made. I admittedly overlooked the linebacker position heading into free agency. And Kaiser White will be coming back fully healthy next season, but with that said, Mack Wilson is a great fit and a needed player. Unsurprisingly, it's another 3-year contract, this one worth $12.75 million. He's a versatile, speedy linebacker, and I'm excited to see what he brings to the roster. But football aside, he's taken over Monty Ossenfort's job in the front office as general manager on Twitter, recruiting players whether it's T. Higgins or Marvin Harrison Jr. He's stayed on the field and played in every single game since 2021, has good stats, and is a cheap contract. My grade is a B+ to A-. I'll try to put name bias aside for this one, but I will say my first name's Dallas, so I do like the idea that we'll see that name on the Arizona Cardinals roster next season. DeeJay Dallas is a very interesting addition for the team, likely a return specialist, which would indicate a more prominent role for Greg Dortch on offense. Dallas is an experienced player who will likely be this special teams ace. However, he isn't a bad depth running back either. According to PFF, he's also a pretty good pass protector, although it's a small sample size. It's a 3-year deal worth $8.25 million, not a bad addition. I'll grade it a C-. Big one for Arizona came on Wednesday. One of the top tackles on the market wanted to come to Arizona, and the Cardinals made it happen. Watching the reactions to the Jonah Williams signing was fascinating. Let me add some context though. There was a 30-minute firestorm on Twitter for some reason after the DJ Humphries release. Apparently not a lot of people knew that Humphries had torn his ACL late in the season. So the instant reaction was, oh, the Cardinals are going to draft a tackle at number 4. Joe Alt is a Cardinal. No. Twitter was a mess for this time period. There were Chargers fans posting Marvin Harrison Jr. jersey swaps to the Chargers. It was just a weird place. Then it was announced that the Cardinals had landed Jonah Williams. Some fans loved it, others hated it. I personally like the move. Paris Johnson Jr. is expected to move to left tackle, and Williams will take the right tackle spot. I understand the concern, but it isn't a long-term investment. 2 years worth $30 million. Yes, a lot of money, but you weren't going to get a cheap option at tackle unless you want Kyler to continue running for his life. It doesn't stop you from drafting a tackle this year, but probably not at pick 27. I'd look in the direction of Kingsley Suamataia in the 2nd round. But not taking a tackle at 27 is not the end of the world at all. There's a lot of holes on this team that Ossenfort has to fill yet, and I think that they'll probably go in the direction of Jerzon Newton at 27 instead. He's only 26 years old and a former 11th overall pick in 2019. Another thing to like about Williams is he's been able to stay on the field for Cincinnati. It's hard to predict how he will do. I'm happy about the move. In a deep tackle class, they can still add an eventual starter. I view Williams more as a bridge guy anyway. At the end of the day, it's another upgrade on the offensive line. Monty Ossenfort has made it a priority to protect Kyler Murray, and Williams will do just that. I'll give Jonah Williams a B+ grade, just to be safe. The Cardinals still have room cap-wise, so more moves are coming. I trust the Ossenfort process, and I hope you all do the same. The draft strategy has changed since the start of free agency as well, so let me know if you would like to see another Cardinals mock draft. Losing Rondale Moore and Hollywood Brown, they both sting. But the reality of it is, it gives the Cardinals an opportunity to use another pick additionally on a wide receiver, and we gotta hope that they land Marvin Harrison Jr., which, according to Paris Johnson, Marv wants to be here. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, let me know what your favorite signing is so far for the Arizona Cardinals and what you think they should do next in free agency, as they still have quite a bit of cap space to work with. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.